Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, there's several things to say on managers, on players, on several things, and so ready to jump into it. The video. We are guys as always to keep you updated. We have all the news, several things to say on managers, on players. So we are asking your questions and we are answering as always with all the very latest. I wanted to start with a player and to finish with a player. And in the middle we talk about managers. Let me start with Rafa Leao. Many questions on the AC Milan winger because this could be one of the names of the summer transfer. At the moment, let me clarify one thing. It's not been an easy season for Leao, especially the second part of the season, but AC Milan are not actively looking to sell Rafa Leao. So he's not a player that is completely out of the Milan project. But in case of good proposal for the player and for the club, there is a possibility of seeing Rafa Leao leaving AC Milan in the summer transfer. So that's a possibility. On Barcelona, many questions recently, but at the moment, apart from being a player appreciated by the president Juan Laporta, that's it at the moment. Barcelona have not started concrete conversations, concrete negotiations with AC Milan or with the agents of the player. Then many rumors coming from England about Premier League clubs. I can tell you that some Premier League clubs have made calls to understand the situation of Leao. How much is he worth? How much AC Milan want? What's the salary situation? So several Premier League clubs, more than one, I can tell you. It's been two, let's say, from what I heard. Two Premier League clubs calling to understand the situation around Rafa Leao. Again, at the moment we are not talking about official proposals, at the moment we are not talking about official negotiations, but Premier League clubs have started making calls to understand the situation of Leao. 1 year ago, Bayern were interested, but at the moment Bayern have different focus, especially different names for the winger position. We said about Anthony Gordon and there are more. So at the moment the situation is still open in terms of wingers around Europe. But some clubs started calling for Rafa Leao. So we will be following the situation. Talking about managers, guys, there are a few things to clarify. A quick one I wanted to say is on a manager who is doing very well in Premier League this season, Régis Le Bris, the manager of Sunderland. We had some rumors of Le Bris maybe losing his job at Sunderland if he doesn't qualify for European football. My understanding is that Sunderland want to continue with Le Bris, not based on what's going to happen for this Premier League season, but just focusing on the possibility to continue with Le Bris. So at the moment that's the feeling. Then we will see at the end of the season, but Sunderland confirmed they want to continue with Régis Le Bris. Then, important to mention also one thing. Michael Carrick. The feeling internally at Manchester United is that they are very happy, but very happy with Michael Carrick recently, even more. He started very well, but in the recent weeks, Michael Carrick is having serious possibilities to take the permanent job at Man United. Very happy with the results, very happy with the tactical approach, very happy with the attitude, very happy with the relationship, and that's a very important point. Relationship, manager, players. Michael Carrick, players, very good. Also with the leaders of the dressing room, with the young players as well. So very good relationship. So Michael Carrick has good chances to continue Manchester United. Still not something 100% decided, still not something directly confirmed by Man United to Michael Carrick, so let's wait a bit. But Michael Carrick has possibilities to continue as Man United head coach. Then, in a video some time ago, I told you that one of the most appreciated names, I would say a dream of someone in the board at Manchester United would be Luis Enrique. And yesterday I told you this about Tchouaméni as a midfielder. I say this of Luis Enrique as a manager. Who doesn't like Luis Enrique? Of course. But at the moment, my understanding is that the agreement between Luis Enrique and Paris Saint-Germain over a new contract is getting really closer. PSG offered a new deal until June 2030 with a big increase in salary. And Luis Enrique is really open to continuing together. So the feeling is that PSG and Luis Enrique will continue together and will put pen to paper over a new contract. But at the moment, despite reports from France in the last 2-3 days, still nothing signed or completed. On managers, guys, also wanted to mention two more things. One is about Edin Terzic. Edin Terzic has a verbal agreement to become the next head coach of Athletic Club de Bilbao. So Edin Terzic could be the new Bilbao coach. Someone linked Edin Terzic with the Chelsea job, but my understanding is that not a possibility actively discussed right now. So Terzic is not in the mix to become the new Chelsea manager, and Chelsea also are aware of, as all the clubs around Europe, of the verbal agreement between Edin Terzic and Athletic Bilbao. And then many asking still about Enzo Maresca. Guys, on Enzo Maresca I maintain my position. Enzo Maresca will not return to Chelsea, impossible. Enzo Maresca is the candidate wanted by Manchester City to replace Pep Guardiola whenever Pep decides to go. This summer, next summer, we will see. But Manchester City internally believe that Enzo Maresca is the ideal candidate to take over in the future. So I maintain this name. I know you see links with Company. I know you see links with more managers, Spanish managers. But my understanding is that the future could be Enzo Maresca. I say could because there is nothing signed, nothing completed, but Maresca is a serious candidate, the leading candidate to become the next Manchester City manager, whenever Pep decides to go. And then guys, the final part of this video I want to dedicate on a name I've been mentioning you since August last year, and this Carlos Baleba. The Cameroon midfielder from Brighton was a top target last summer for Man United and remains one of the names under consideration in Manchester United for the midfield. Again, still nothing decided, still nothing advanced, but Manchester United, among the names before deciding, okay, this is the midfielders we want, 1 and 2, because it's going to be 2, Carlos Baleba remains a name on Manchester United shortlist. Again, still nothing advanced, but Carlos Baleba, since August last year, what happened? In August 2025, they had an agreement at Manchester United with Carlos Baleba on personal terms. Baleba wanted to go to Man United, but Brighton closed the doors and sailed in January. So Man United told the player, maybe, because it was still not decided, but maybe we might revisit the deal in summer 2026. And now Carlos Baleba remains on the Man United shortlist. He was a target for Ruben Amorim, he remains a target for the scouting department in Man United. Then, let's see what happens with the permanent manager, with Michael Carrick, with the club decisions, with the budget, what Brighton want to do, so there are still several factors. But Carlos Baleba remains a name on Manchester United shortlist, and what I can tell you is that verbal agreement, nothing signed, nothing closed, but that verbal agreement between Baleba and Manchester United from summer 2026 remains valid for summer from summer 2035 remains valid for summer 2026. So Baleba is still very keen on a Manchester United move. We will be here to keep you updated on this and much more. And so guys, let me your thoughts on all these stories from managers Michael Carrick, Luis Enrique, Edin Terzic, Desiree Brie, and also Enzo Maresca, to players Carlos Baleba, Rafa Leao. What's your feeling on all of them? Let me know guys, as always, here in the comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.